Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. It's me again, Jen. Hello! And it is Friday. Happy Friday! It is the 16th of October, and we are still reading from the Patch Tarot deck, which is a deck produced and distributed by the Spirit Science people. And they've got some really cute little videos. I say cute. They're interesting. They're cute because the little characters are cute, but they're actually really in-depth, interesting videos. But anyway, they do some interesting stuff here on YouTube as well. If you're interested in some of their weirder stuff, I totally recommend checking it out. It makes your brain hurt. It's awesome. And let's see what else can make our brain hurt today as we analyze one of these beautiful cards that they have. So for the weekend, for our Friday, we have, whoa, the Truth. This is not a typical card. This is neither a minor arcana nor a major arcana. I don't know what this is. This is really cool. So I did kind of peek in the book a little bit at the very beginning when I got this to look at some of the different stuff that they've got in there, and they do indeed have a handful of cards that are unique to this deck. So I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about adding new cards to a more traditional tarot deck. Now, the traditionalist in me is going, you can't do that. No, no, no. Not fair. Not allowed. But the progressive in me is going, this is really interesting. And this card is fascinating and beautiful. I don't think the image comes out quite as clear on the video as I hope it will come out in a picture. But this is a beautiful card. Oh my gosh, the colors in this are just astounding. So while I gush over it, let's describe a little bit of what's going on. We have, it says the truth down at the bottom. The image at the bottom sort of looks like Earth. I'm going to say that it's kind of a Earth horizon sort of image with this beautiful aurora that looks kind of like a lotus in the front of it. I'm going to call it a lotus. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to own that. There's also, it looks like a different Earth above it at the top here. There's like a Earth 2.0, we'll say, and it's, or maybe it's just like the aura of the Earth. I don't know, but there's a sun or a glow of some kind rising off the back of that. And then we've got these three orbs in the center, which I don't know if it's coming out on the video, but the middle one is faceted. It's got like geometric shapes inside it, while the other two do not. I am getting so much crazy energy off of this card. So we've got multiple dimensions, I would say, represented in here. We've got the idea of, multiverses. We've got auras and all kinds of interesting things happening. There's like these stars or energy kind of drifting about above it, but then kind of being birthed down below. There's this funnel like thing that happens. It's very hard to tell, but these are like shadowed over on this side. Wow. There is a symbol. There's actually two symbols up here. One is white and one is black. I couldn't tell you what those symbols are if I tried. I am going to guess that they are Hebrew because there is a lot of Hebrew represented in these cards, but no guarantee on that. The two words at the top are speak and silence. And having to do with the truth, I think that is a really interesting choice of words. Clearly, I cannot argue a point about how, well, traditionally, this is not the words that we would use for this card, but because there isn't a traditional truth card. But I will say, in terms of the truth, if I were to draw this card and it was upright, I would say very simply, tell your truth, speak your authenticity, be honest with someone about something. Maybe if you've been keeping secrets, open up about those things. And obviously, if it's inverted, it would be keep those secrets to yourself and, don't talk about it and don't spread that. Now, from an external perspective, because there is always, like, with the energy of a card, it's what should be going on with you as well as what's going on with the world. And from an external perspective, I would say that if this card comes out upright, everything is being very honest, very open, very flowing. There's a connection to the universe, all of these things. And if it's inverted and weakened aspect, I would say that you're feeling rather closed off from things, and there is a silence, there's kind of a wall of information. There's no one talking to you, there's no one spreading the information. Things are possibly dishonest, even though dishonesty isn't on here, but like I'm getting that feeling that, like, if it's open and honest and truth is flowing, that's a good thing. But if it's not, if information has stopped flowing and possibly people are lying to you or hiding the truth or suppressing the truth, all of that sort of comes out in this. So it's either about speaking your truth or keeping your secrets, or the world is being honest with you or the world is not being honest with you. This is a super interesting card. Now, if it came up in a reading, what would I do with it? I do think that I would use it to enhance the reading in some way and hope that I'm interpreting it correctly. And this is sort of that situation where when you get a card that you're not sure of, and maybe there isn't a lot of information on it anywhere, or maybe it's kind of meant to make you think a little more, you can make the choice with this to, really trust the universe and trust your gut and trust your inner voice, or take it out of the deck and don't use it. So that's an interesting concept that I don't think we've come across in any of the other decks. Every once in a while, in a deck that's more traditional, there is the mystery card. And the mystery card is sort of that card that, I don't have an answer for you, or I'm not sharing that answer with you. I would use this card as that card if it were not for the fact that I know from flipping through this, there are a handful of other cards that are not standard, and therefore they could just as easily be the mystery card. But for now, I would look at this as kind of a mystery card. I would look at it as an oracle card kind of thing. And yeah, if you get this deck, as beautiful as this card is, because it's freaking gorgeous. It's so pretty and so bright. As beautiful as this card is, if it's not something you feel comfortable reading with or not something you feel comfortable having in the deck, I would take it out and put it aside. Maybe use it as a meditation device and keep it separate from the deck at all times, as well as its buddies that are in here. But if not, if you're game to play with it, there are no hard and fast rules in this. So if it works for you, keep it in there and check it out. But that's how I would interpret it. And also, if anybody has any idea what that symbol is at the top, maybe, my buddy Topaz, who I'm totally calling out at this point and saying, hey, leave me a comment, tell me what that means. She may or may not. But the idea of this card being in there, and maybe that symbol will help figure out exactly what it means. But again, I don't know everything about all these cards, and I like leaving some things open to interpretation for you guys. Otherwise, I really think this is a gorgeous card. I think it's a great card to go into the weekend with as we ponder, what can we do this weekend? How can we maybe reach into ourselves a little more, find our own truth? So I would say as a weekend card, this is really great. It gives you something to meditate on for sure for the weekend. You don't have to rush into, well, now I've got to think about the next card tomorrow. Let's just hover on the truth for a little while and see what that's about. And I think this is beautiful. So, well, there you go. As a Friday card, it's really cool. The truth is awesome always, As always, check out the links in the description below if you want to get a deck that has maybe a few wild cards in it. And as always, please leave comments. I love to read them. And until next time, have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you on Monday. Bye!